13 News, Kansas News Leader.
Imagine waking up one morning and you can no longer move and barely breathe. It happened to Daniel Lassley. The talented Topeka performer returns to the stage after a 4-year absence in The Story of My Life at Helen Hocker Theater. Today, he shares the story of his life and the long journey back.
We are gathered to honor the life of
Danny Lassley found a home on stage.
It was just one of the things that I was good at.
It's also where he's finding his next act.
Let me tell you a story about Al.
It was a pretty normal day.
March 2018, Danny got home from work and he and his wife Jo headed out for a walk with their dog.
About 2/3 of the way through, I had a sharp pain radiating from my neck down the top of my right shoulder. And I knew it wasn't a normal kind of pain.
They went to the ER. Through hours of tests, a CT, MRI, the pain kept getting worse.
When I think it couldn't possibly get more intense, it's getting more intense.
Finally, he fell asleep.
And when I woke up, I couldn't move anything below my shoulders, and I could barely breathe, and it was terrifying.
Danny was transferred to University of Kansas Hospital in Kansas City. At first, doctors thought he had a condition causing inflammation in his spinal cord. They'd later determine he most likely suffered a stroke of his cervical spinal column. Regardless the cause, Danny, who was on stage for opening night of Mamma Mia at Topeka Civic Theater days earlier, thought he'd lost the spotlight forever.
I was very depressed and just scared. And while I was at KU Med was the first time I was able to twitch just one finger, my index finger. And when that happened, it changed everything. I had hope.
He spent 2 weeks at KU.
Come on, push.
Then transferred for what turned into a 3-month inpatient stay at Kansas Rehabilitation Hospital.
Just learning how to tolerate sitting up, gaining some strength in my neck to hold my head upright, and then learning how to grip something. And slowly more things started coming back. I could twitch my toes, I could then move my feet.
This has got to count as a functional improvement.
That became my performing venue because I love applause. And my therapists were, and all the staff there were applauding for me every day. Just doing the simplest thing that I couldn't do the day before was, a big deal.
Do your thing.
After about a year of physical therapy, he realized some things would never fully return.
I have great skills with my hands, and I'm very grateful for that, but I can't reach, I can't lift, I can't carry.
And walking is limited. Danny says it sent him into another depression until he learned about a vocational rehabilitation program. He enrolled online to study for a master's degree in mental health counseling.
That helped so much, just having a focus, having a goal, and being able to pursue something that would be very meaningful.
Danny gets his degree this month, but he'll miss the graduation ceremony because of another major milestone.
In 1876, cars were not invented.
He's returned to the stage, starring in The Story of My Life at Topeka's Helen Hocker Theater.
It's incredible. There's just no better feeling. It felt very familiar to me, and in some ways it feels like it's only been, maybe a few weeks since my last show. But in other ways, because of how I navigate now, how I move, it's a new adventure.
Danny is realistic.
I'm very aware of my limitations and the obstacles.
And as he navigates his new normal on stage and in his new career, he's grateful for the encore he's been given.
The Adventures of Tom Sawyer.
It's all about resilience and coping and building the skills to manage whatever life throws at you.
So I flap my wings to stretch myself and just enjoy the view.
Frustration is probably a thing I live with every day. And being able to manage my frustration and still achieve something or ask for help. In reality, we depend on each other all the time, and it is no weakness to ask for help.
This was so much better than.
Stay close to your friends, manage your fear, stay focused on what's important to you, and remain hopeful.
Thank you.
Hasn't missed a beat. Danny says the theater was great about adapting things for him, including making his personal care attendant part of the crew to assist him. You can catch The Story of My Life at Helen Hocker Theater through December 18th. Thank you.